Recording albums cost money, from hundreds of dollars by independent start-up garage bands to millions by famous artists of our time. Here is the top 5 list of the most expensive albums ever recorded. Number 5. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West. Released in the year 2010, Def Jam Records was reported to have spent around $3 million to produce the album. The recording was done in Hawaii inside a glass mansion. To add to the extravagance, 2 private chefs were on standby to prepare food for Kanye West during his stay there for the production. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy became a hit and won 3 Grammy Awards. Number 4. Hysteria by Def Leppard. Considered as the most expensive recorded album during its time, Hysteria was Def Leppard's 4th album, which cost $5 million to produce. The song Pour Some Sugar on Me became the driving force propelling the album and the band to mega success. It was a big gamble for Def Leppard to pursue the album project, but it proved to be well worth it in the end. Number 3. Garth Brooks in The Life of Chris Gaines by Garth Brooks and Chris Gaines. If the album title sounds confusing, it's because it is. Although the album sold 2 million copies, it was still considered a failed attempt for Garth Brooks to create his alter ego Chris Gaines. Previous album sales of Garth Brooks were counted at 6 to 7 million sold per album, which makes this pale in comparison. $5 million was spent by Capitol Records to produce this album, which was released in 1999. Number 2. Chinese Democracy by Guns N' Roses. Taking 10 years and $13 million to record, the Chinese Democracy album was filled with controversies, arguments and lawsuits between Axl Rose and Geffen Records, who produced the album. After a decade, the album was finally released in 2008. Although it reached number 3 on the Billboard charts and sold 1 million copies by 2009, it still was not enough to justify the amount of money and years spent to produce the album. And now, at the number 1 spot for being the most expensive album ever recorded. Invincible by Michael Jackson. Released in 2001, Michael Jackson's Invincible album is still the most expensive album ever recorded even now at year 2019. Recorded for 4 years, the album cost amounted to $30 million. Hitting the number 1 rank on the charts in many countries after only a few weeks of release, it became a double platinum album in a short time with 2 million copies sold. For more on the topics of sound and music, please don't forget to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel in YouTube.